Jerry Mason, Kickin Lawyer. We're here for another Law Talk. Thank you guys for taking time to watch any of the stuff we do. As always, please like, follow, subscribe to the content. We're available on all social media platforms, all podcast platforms, wherever you listen or watch your podcast. Please check us out on YouTube. For some reason, we have no YouTube people, so check us out over there. If you don't know her, this is Michelle Allen. She's the local Crye-Leike realtor. She's your go-to in the area if you're going to buy, sell, rent, lease real estate. She's also a good community leader, so if you have questions about the area, she'll give you some guidance, so make sure you check her out. If you want to learn to kick people in the face, visit masonsmartialarts.com. We've been open for 30-plus years and have 2 locations, one in Millington and one in Covington. We're glad to get you help on the path to being a black belt. And then Jam Books and Records is one of my businesses on the square here in Covington. We have new books, records, signed memorabilia, graded comic books. You can come check us out. Open 6 days a week. And then my wife opened Holistic Healthcare and Hormones, her and Dr. Laura. If you want to optimize your health, you visit holistichealthhormones.com, and they'll get you on the path for that. And last but not least, if you want help with social media marketing, branding, commercials, ads, etc., visit masonitemarketing.com. We'll get you set up. So to join me today, it's Jason and Lacy. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
That's it.
And I know Josh, I guess, know you guys through the Ghostbuster thing. Of course, we can talk about that. So y'all are married?
We are.
Right, well, congratulations.
Yes,
not to each other. No.
Not to each other?
How you going to lie like that?
Not to each other. But
oh, yeah.
Oh, it is? I thought, okay. I was like, well, it's the same last name. That's weird.
I gave him very little prep, by the way, about who y'all were. I was like, they're Ghostbusters.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I
saw your, so I actually prefer it that way because then I can kind of get to know you. But I'll see, Josh will just, I get so much stuff locally because Josh runs my social media stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I'll have clients that'll be like, you didn't get to work on my case because you're always online. And I'm not online that much. Josh does all the postings and all the stuff. So we'll have time set aside where we'll film stuff, TikToks or whatever, and then he'll just post them. And then he'll look at messages too. So I'll have people be like, I know you saw that message. And I didn't see that message. Josh might have seen the message. But anyway, my point is, he'll schedule this stuff, and I saw it on my calendar, and I was like, because I thought I knew you. There's another Jason Smith I know from actually Ripley area.
Such a rare name, though.
Yeah, it's so unique.
Right.
So I asked him, and he's like, they're Ghostbusters. And I was like, well, but the other Ghostbusters, it was a different group of Ghostbusters. So y'all are 731 Ghostbusters, right?
That's right?
Is it a nonprofit? Mm-hmm. So tell us what you do on that, and we can talk about whatever else you want.
Well, we're the 731 Ghostbusters. You can find us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. The TikTok and Instagram. TikTok's getting pretty popular now. Mm-hmm. She handles all that part. Mm-hmm. We are a cosplay for charity group. Our core charity is the Carl Perkins Prevention of Child Abuse Superhero Day. It was a free event, it's a free event that happens every last Saturday in April in Selmer, Tennessee, raise awareness for all that. And we just get out there, be goofy, and act like the kids that we're trying to actually impress.
That's nice. That's good. And both of you are into Ghostbusters?
Well, I drug her kicking and screaming. Yeah.
Was it really kicking and screaming?
He did
or
not kicking and screaming, no.
So you like it. Did you like, I don't know how old you guys are, but you look younger than me. I grew up with Ghostbusters. So I went to the drive-in to see the original Ghostbusters. And the opening sequence in the library, I remember, scared me as a kid. It was frightening. Yeah. So I was a big Ghostbusters fan. Do y'all grow up as Ghostbuster fans?
I did.
I see you got the tattoo, so that's kind of permanent.
Yeah. I'm branded. Yeah. I grew up on the real Ghostbusters, Saturday morning cartoon, all that. So that was my meat and potatoes of my Ghostbusters. And then I remember being down in Corinth, Mississippi, at the old Twin Cinema for the opening of the second Ghostbusters, but I remember it because I was about that high, seeing the Ghostbusters for the first time in the big screen. But I guess cartoon, and then I saw the live action, and the tech is what got it. It was the pack that got it for me.
The proton packs.
Yeah.
So I saw the original movie, and then I had one of the toy proton packs that they had, and even the little ghost catcher thing you throw out, the trap. It was a big deal. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, it didn't hit me to where fast forward for like the cosplay, because we do the Covington Comic-Con too.
Yeah.
And so fast forward for that, it didn't really hit me where I've cosplayed. But we've had some of your other groups on there, nonprofits, and I think it's great what you guys do. Like it's great, anything you're doing that's helping the kids. And the Carl Perkins Center is great. If people wanted to donate or support you, where do they go?
The Facebook, TikTok, the Facebook group. It'll be the 731 Ghostbusters that has the numbers. You'll know us by our Abbey Road style banner. That's the one that you can get a contact with us. Just message us through that.
Got you. That's a Beatles reference, Josh.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
aware.
you haven't been to the page yet, have you?
No, I have. Oh, really? You should come to my store.
Yeah, we got like album covers. And
I've
stuff.
got 4.
Photos.
I got 4 original Abbey Road albums in the store,
Nice.
and I just bought a collection that
Sounds
had
more expensive than me.
they are pricey because
Yeah.
it's one of the most famous ever album covers. And then I just got a collection that had the original Hey Jude album of the Beatles in it too. So
Is there any more famous album cover?
I
than
think it's
Abbey Road?
arguably the most famous.
Yeah.
The Nirvana, probably.
The
Yeah,
Baby.
The Baby.
Or
Yeah, I thought of that
Pink
one
Floyd,
too.
maybe,
but even that though is still a little more current.
Yeah.
Like Abbey Road.
True, yeah. Abby,
Road
it's
was
still
forever.
older. Yeah.
And
Well, maybe
so
not the
Lacy,
newer
you
one
got,
stuff.
he said drug into the Ghostbusters thing. Were you a fan of Ghostbusters, or were you motivated by the helping the kids, or?
Well, I was motivated about just supporting him and what he does because I'm more of the Star Wars fan. Like I knew I liked Ghostbusters, watched it growing up, knew of it, but it wasn't my thing, and Star Wars was more my speed. So being able to be at the events that we're at, you can kind of get to scratch your nerd itch, and then you can help people, you can benefit, and have all the kids come up there and get to see all the stuff because we have all the stuff
You got the car
on
too?
the table. We've got
Y'all
We
have
got
a
our
car?
731 Ecto.
we've got the car, we've got gadgets, we got all the lights and the things on the tables, and
How many of
we
you
have a
is
Stay
it
Puft.
in the group?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. 6 of us.
Cool. And do y'all all kind of go together, kind of rotate when there's
No,
events
we're
available?
all pretty together. So it's myself, Billy, which he's pretty much our Egon. He, from ground up, constructs his stuff. And it's all fully functional. Like, we got the dancing toaster. Yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
By fully functional, that means it actually captures ghosts too.
Oh, we got it all full functional. So it was him and me, and then of course our wives fell into it. And Darlene, his wife, is more of a den mother to all of
Yes,
us.
she's
Yeah,
the
she's more of a
mother
glue
hen.
that kind of just keeps us all in check and all together. Yeah, if Darlene's listening, I did say keep me in check. And then we've got Chris and Clark. So that's
It's 731, so are y'all all Lauderdale area?
McNairy County is where we started.
McNairy County. That's still 731?
Yep.
So it loops around then. That's right, because Jackson's included in that, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it Madison?
Well, I
forgot
think
about that.
I think Memphis is just carved out, and it's still 901.
Well, Tippin
The rest
County's
of-
901 also.
Yeah, the rest of the states like 731, ain't it?
Most of West Tennessee, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it goes up. I don't know. Lake County might be, I don't know, because that's the furthest north you can go. I don't know. I honestly never thought about it. But that does make more sense. But Tipton and Shelby County are 901. Yeah, because all my numbers are 901. So talking about ghosts, y'all believe in that stuff?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's plausible.
Okay, it's possible.
Possible.
Yeah.
Possible, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe there's things that happen that we can't quite explain, and
Mm-hmm.
it could be spiritually, it could be just science.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's fun about Ghostbusters too, because they work in science as well. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not just paranormal and looking for ghosts.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily believe in any of that until I started working in this building. And then several years ago, we started to do some construction here. These walls weren't here. This was like a big open space, and we decided to build some offices. And when we were moving stuff around, doing that painting and all this, all of a sudden stuff started happening. And we've had literally doors slam. We had it happen during the podcast. We were in the other studio. There's a door that's got a hinge, like one of the things that holds it closed. And it opened against the hinge. And on the podcast, we stopped because the door was here. And I stopped to look because I thought it was my law partner coming in. And then Josh was there and there was nobody there, and then it just closes on its own. And then my wife and I have had footsteps, like legit, like a person was here walking down the hall and stopping at this office over here. And one night we smelled a man's cologne, and just as strong as somebody sitting there, and there's nobody here. So I don't know what's up with it. I don't know what it is, but we've had ghost hunters here. Some of Josh's buddies, he's got some, not Ghostbusters, but ghost hunters, and they did a thing here and recorded some noises and stuff. So I don't know, but it's interesting to think about, I think.
Yeah.
So my wife's over there beating on the wall.
stuff.
She didn't get you got kind of drug into the Ghostbuster thing. Well, I haven't gotten her drug into the cosplay. So we do the Comic-Con, right? The Kickin Comic-Con every year. And I haven't gotten Josh to do it. You haven't done any cosplay either, Josh.
Well, I did the creepy
Oh,
panda
that don't
guy.
count.
He's behind the
He
camera.
was the creepy panda guy.
I retired creepy panda guy because people thought I was actually kind of poking fun at the furries, and then people started calling me a furry, so I had to quickly retire it because I couldn't be.
There's nothing wrong. You could have
accused
been a furry,
of
Josh.
being a furry. No, that's not.
Oh, you don't want to meet the furries, man.
Well, I did this, so I don't like. I'm a
tooth, claw, and hair right there.
yeah. I'm a Superman
Some of them
fan.
guys are big.
Couldn't tell.
You were talking about Superman, and I'm
Yeah.
a Superman fan, so I don't like Batman, right? So it ended up being this joke to do cosplay as like the Adam West Batman, to be campy and make fun of it. So I created this budget Batman character, like Batman on it, because he's all stupid looking. But then it's kind of become the thing.
Wait a minute. Yeah, and it had a Robin, right?
Yeah. Robin last year
refund.
came
Yeah,
out.
what
What
Refund
happened?
Robin.
Refund
That was
Robin.
y'all.
Oh yeah. No, it's funny. It's
snap,
funny
I
you
didn't
say that
realize.
though, because for the first year, people didn't know I was Budget Batman.
Yeah.
And so they were like, "Yeah, that Budget Batman guy." Because Budget Batman was making appearances, like
Yeah.
showing up at places to promote the Comic-Con, and people didn't know it was me. And which was fine because then I was doing all kinds of stupid stuff. But my point was, I've tried to get my wife in on it to come in and be a cosplay of some sort, and she refuses. This year we wanted to do a Batgirl reveal, and I tried to get her to be Batgirl. No interest in it. Doesn't want to do it. So you need to talk to her. I mean, now you're wearing a different
Well,
outfit,
now,
maybe.
so I feel like mine comes from my love of Halloween.
Okay.
And
Yeah, you find her the good
cosplay is
costume,
basically
and she'll
dressing
fall
up,
into it.
but you get to do it on any day of the week. It ain't just Halloween. So that's where mine came from, just dressing up because I loved Halloween.
But she likes Halloween. She's a big, what's the movie with the three sisters?
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus fan. She likes Hocus
Well,
Pocus.
what if maybe getting her to dress as something she's
One of the Sanderson
interested
sisters.
in?
Yeah, but that's not really budget Batman related.
True, but if you want to
Gotta
get
stick
her
with that.
in the door, maybe
That's
you
true.
might
Maybe we
have
need to do that. You're
to
right.
you gotta
coax her
dip
a
her toe.
different way.
Yeah.
Mine was back, and this goes back to the origins of the Ghostbusters. When I was in kindergarten, it took. Well, I still remember it today, and I'm 41, by the way.
I'm 46.
No, so we're not too far.
Yeah.
In kindergarten, there were 4 cosplayers that all of a sudden you hear the sirens of Ecto, and 4 adults come in as Ghostbusters, had their cardboard box proton thrower, had a paper mache Slimer hung off of his shoulder and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember it till
It was a big impression on you.
That was what kicked me off, is if I can make a kid in kindergarten remember me 40 years, or remember us 40 years from now, I've done a pretty good job.
Yeah,
But that
and-
was mine, is seeing somebody and seeing a thing that I really adored being done.
Do y'all do hospital visits and stuff?
No, there is a group here, cosplay,
Memphis, yeah.
Yeah, Geeky Gamer Girl, and G4 and all that. They all do that. Now that Chris Jowers, he's part of that and all that. They do that stuff. We just raise the money. We do the conventions, and we got like September 6th. We've got Loves. We'll be raising for Le Bonheur. So we're more of
Now, if we're ever asked,
We're more
maybe, but sometimes
Or
we
public
do
facing.
try to respect other groups' territories, if you will, even
yeah.
though we're all doing it
Yeah.
for the
I was
same
going to
thing.
say, I don't think it seems like they would be
but,
glad to have more
You
people.
know, usually, like if we're asked, usually we're like, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll ask each other and see if it's okay,
long as it's a
schedule
children's
wise,
charity.
and if it's a children's charity thing, we're like, sure, yeah, we'll do it. You know.
Yeah, we've been asked to do a hour training camp for the next year's Mid-South Con.
Yeah, it's training to be a Ghostbuster.
And
with
this year
kids.
was our first year there. So we find that our talent lies more in public facing, because nostalgia is our bread and butter. Yeah, it's not to say we wouldn't do hospital visits and things like we'd love to, if we ever had the opportunity. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, people. But we just haven't.
Well, I was just curious because I think that would be a way. Those kids especially need their day right.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, definitely.
And I'm sure you would enjoy it too.
There's also a lot of rules to that, and a lot of, I'm assuming, precautions with cleaning, all that stuff, like germs. There we go. There, germs. So yeah,
I did one year.
There's like only a certain amount of people that can.
One year I did so I own martial arts schools, and we went and did like a karate thing at I think it was Le Bonheur. It was Le Bonheur or St. Jude, but it was terminally ill children, and that was rough to do. We kept on a good face and tried to do a good job for them, but that's a different. It makes you have a different perspective on things.
Oh.
When those kids, not a lot of hope there, and you got your whole life still to live at the moment, and that little kid doesn't. It's just rough. But, my point is, I think that's needed.
Yeah, it's a definitely a talent to do so.
Yeah, and
the people that go do it. That's a whole like
not
Jowers,
just the ones that do it, but the ones that work with those kind of kids.
Like Chris Jowers. I don't know him well, I've met him a few times. I don't know him that well, but he I've listened to him on a podcast, and he explained it pretty well that you're that character, but you're professional. You have to remain professional. And us being who we are, we're really goofy, and that's a little, we like to have fun. But he's like it's he didn't use this wording, but it seemed like it was more of a professional business that you're there to perform that service.
Sure.
And that's how they treat it. Yeah, that's
it's
straightforward for them.
On a brighter note with cosplay, there's a lot of cosplay people that when they're in the costume, they're in the costume.
Oh yeah,
he's just in general there. And I used to, the whole budget Batman thing I did, because I had never done cosplay before. I had taught some Jedi Knight seminars with where you use the sword like a lightsaber, and because I just dressed up like a Jedi Knight, but I was teaching martial arts. But this was the first time I had done something that was a little outside my own comfort zone, but I really became the character. The whole budget. You sound like you saw some of the skits we did as Budget Batman. So I was just making fun of Batman. Yeah. And it's fun because you get to kind of be. It's like you're being a different person, and I was legit. But like the whole time I interact with the people, I was the character. It's kind of fun. And then Josh, he was creepy panda guy, and the problem was he was really being creepy panda guy, and it kind of fit. He wore a panda outfit. So I was going to ask you though, again, circling back to like Ghostbusters. So there's been a lot of iterations. Have y'all seen the new one?
Yeah.
The most recent one?
Mm-hmm.
What about the one with all the female Ghostbusters? Did y'all like that one?
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me state this. I am a Ghostbuster fan.
So anything Ghostbusters.
Comic books.
Yeah.
Now, not the beginning, not the original Ghostbusters. A dude in a monkey suit and a chitty chitty bang
the
bang.
Ghostbusters, and that's why they had to be the real Ghostbusters.
Well, no, they didn't get the rights to the Ghostbuster names until right before the launch of the movie.
Okay.
The first movie.
Yeah.
They were going to call it what was it, like what was it? It wasn't Ghostbusters. It was Ghost. Oh, I can't remember. But anyway, it was a completely different name until
they got it.
They got it before they announced the movie. Yeah.
I thought they didn't have the rights to for cartoons.
I think it was
the Ghostbusters.
Cartoon,
oh, okay.
And so that's why it had to be the real Ghostbusters in the cartoon.
Y'all know better than I do.
Well,
Why y'all asking me?
I think that's right. I'm not 100%
well,
sure.
I remember the tale. It
As
goes
a
right
kid,
up to
they were
deadline.
I remember
the
they were
name.
playing at the same time, both
Yeah.
of the animated series,
Yeah.
and it was confusing to me as a kid because I was like,
Yeah.
but they're not the Ghostbusters. This is the Ghostbusters. Yeah, I don't know.
And that funky.
Well, instead of
stylized
asking if you
ghost
like
symbol
them
they got.
all, how about this? Which is your favorite? Which Ghostbuster movie is your favorite?
Oh, I'm gonna have to say Afterlife now.
Yeah, that's mine.
I'm gonna have to say it because now second is the first movie. I do a lot of quotations from the first and second movie, mostly because a lot of people don't know the real Ghostbusters, so I can't do a lot of those quotes. But that movie there, not only did it rekindle the franchise as it is, it lit a whole new spark in the fan base at that point. And I guess I'm one that got caught up in it.
It's the movie that made me a Ghostbusters fan. I didn't grow up with it, so I didn't have the nostalgia connection like a lot of people. And then I watched Afterlife, and I was like, oh, I get it now. Like I'm a full-on Ghostbusters fan.
Is that which one you like the most?
No, for me, my favorite is just the first one because Stay Puft, and I'm Stay Puft in our group.
Mother.
And
do you wear the Stay Puft outfit?
oh yes.
Oh, check out the
hot.
TikTok.
I bet that thing is
Check
hot.
out the TikTok.
Oh, but it's like what you were saying. When you're in the suit, you're the character, and I'm Stay Puft.
She is. She stays all energetic and dancing around.
Constantly going. I always peep kids. If I'm behind the table doing my thing, and there's
the
a
ones
crowd
that don't
walking
realize
by,
there's anybody in the
a kid
suit.
staring
Yeah.
at me, and I see them looking at me, I'll be like, and I mess with them or something. But here lately, we've been doing little Stay Puft, doing mischief things.
Rogue Adventures.
Rogue Adventures of Puff at these events. We try to get other groups involved, especially if they're another charity group. Like, so for instance, at Mississippi Con, we were down there, and the Artemis car was behind us, and they're also a charity thing. And so I was walking around like, what can Stay Puft do? And so I was like, Stay Puft needs to get in that car. So I talked to her. I was like, how about we do this, Stay Puft? She was like, sure, let's do this, and you don't even have to pay me for it because we're a charity thing. I said, I was going to share y'all on our group. You share us, or like, do that. And so that was our last one was...
Oh, the Artemis. Okay, the
Yeah.
one that looked like Baby
Supernatural
from Supernatural.
yeah,
Okay, I got it.
yeah. Looked like Baby from
I was
Supernatural.
like, I don't remember that car.
Yeah.
It's not the way I remember.
And then the one we did in
Puff getting a tattoo.
Puff getting a tattoo.
And Haywood Con, yeah.
There was a tattoo place right beside us, and I was like, well, what can Puff do? So I was like, Puff can get a tattoo. Let's do that. So I had a sticker of Slimer put on my rear.
The real Ghostbuster cartoon.
And I got on the table, actually laid on the table as Puff, and had her up there like she's doing the tattoo.
Yeah. Puff's done professional photos. Tried it saying it professional photos.
Puff photo. We
Yeah,
actually
Puff photo.
Hashtagged that as instead of Huff photo, it was Puff photo.
Yeah, Huff did them.
Yeah, because
He was at Huff's booth.
I was at Huff's booth using his camera.
We got the new the new avionics division of Coop Busters from
Coop Busters,
MegaCon
yes.
or Mid South MegaCon. I think it's like really
now
big
it's
con now.
now it's Mid South, really big.
Really,
con.
really
big con?
big
Which
con. Really big con.
Yeah,
There's your reference.
Yeah, that's where is that one at? Memphis?
that's
Memphis.
Memphis.
That's new in
Austin.
Memphis.
It's one of Austin's cons that he just started this year, and he had to change the name of it.
Oh, that's because the lawsuit alleged.
Alleged.
I can say it. Alleged. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, a lot of that. I have a friend who's got a generic name, kind of like, not that your name's generic, but a lot of people have it. He's got a name kind of like that, and he does music. And so he got a cease and desist message from this other guy with the exact same name that also does music, and was like, hey, you can't promote your music with your name. And so he was so afraid. And not only am I a lawyer, my law partner also talked with him about it. We had two different, actually it was three lawyers, another buddy of
law
ours.
partner's a lawyer.
Yeah, well, yeah. But there were three of us, different attorneys, all talking with him, and all said the same thing. It's your name, man. Like, that's your name. And he was so scared he changed a letter in his name so that it would not be, this guy would not be pissed about it. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, you got to get over it. So, but you do have to check all that stuff before.
Well,
Like
that
I did.
That way, if it ever happens again, at least he's got a symbol he can go to.
Yeah, I guess. The Kickin lawyer, I was going to be black belt lawyer originally, and then that was taken by somebody in New York. So, and then I went ahead and got the rights on everything with a G and without a G because I figured Kickin was Southern, and it would go over better here. But you do have to kind of be careful about some of that stuff and make sure you're not. But your name is your name.
Yeah. Is
my point. So. I got one other question that made me think about when I asked about the Ghostbuster movie, because I asked my wife this the other day. She couldn't answer it. If you had to pick one movie on loop that for the rest of your life is the only movie you could watch ever, it's the only thing you're going to get to see, what movie would you pick? What's the one movie that you'd be like, okay. It's always going to suck if you got to watch it forever, but if I had to pick one, what would it be? Josh's would be Revenge of the Sith.
No, mine not really.
No.
Mine would probably be Michael Bay's Transformers or Monty Python Holy Grail. One of those two.
Those are very contrasting movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine is. Mine would be the
Love that movie. I used to
1987 classic Predator with Arnold.
Ah.
See, it's a hard question, isn't it?
Want me to blow y'all's mind?
Uh-oh. Not Ghostbusters?
Nope. Nope. Dick Tracy.
The
Warren-
what's his
yep.
name one? What was his name?
Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty. The Warren
Dick
Beatty
Tracy.
Dick Tracy?
That's a movie that I
Interesting.
can't really just it plays well.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's unique. I watched it in theaters as a kid, and I don't think I've seen it since.
So my fandom was as I grew up. Apparently I can remember my fandoms quickly, or vividly, and everything else is just kind of hazy. Was as I was a kid, it was Dick Tracy first. I remember running around my grandparents' yard because Dad would leave me there. I wasn't at school, running around with the little watch, the toy watch. I remember squatting down during the movie, playing with the watch every time he did it. And then it went into, Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles and stuff. But that was my very first. I wanted so bad as a kid to have the coat. And I remember my brother got a green trench coat. And I was so jealous about that. Of course, he was 10 years older than I was. He could fit it.
That's a unique answer. I don't know anyone else in the world would say that.
What'd I tell you?
Yeah.
Blow your mind, right?
Yeah. What do you think, Lacy?
Definitely Return of the Jedi for me.
Oh, it is a Star Wars movie. Okay.
Yes, of course it
Return
is.
of the
That one will
Jedi.
never get old to me. That was actually that was the one that I seen first as a kid. We had that VHS growing up, so I watched it all the time. Eventually, we got the rest of them. I watched them, but that one, it just stuck to me, and it'll never get old.
So not that what is it?
Oh, Robin Hood,
Yeah, not that one.
the Disney
Wow,
Robin
that's-
Hood. No,
that surprised me then.
no.
That you don't. So you like Return of the Jedi more than Empire Strikes Back?
Yes.
Because a lot of people swear by Empire. I also like Return of the Jedi better. An interesting side
I like
note.
that Luke. I guess that's
Yeah.
why maybe.
Well,
that's
they
my
say
favorite
that
Luke.
a lot of people think it focuses on Luke as the return of the, but it's actually supposed to be about Vader, about Anakin returning. as a
Yeah,
Jedi.
because he came back
At the
at the
end.
end to save Luke. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why Vader's my favorite.
Yeah.
I know he's a bad guy, but he's not.
Oh, it's an interesting character arc.
Yes, he was. He's tortured. He's just a tortured soul. Bless it.
So I have a
just
somewhat
evil.
unpopular opinion on the Star Wars movies. I think Rogue One is one of the best.
It's
Not
I don't
the
think
best,
that's-
but one of
I
the
don't
best.
think it's unpopular. I think most people,
It-
even the people
It
that
was a
don't
good
like
show.
the Disney,
It was a good movie.
It was good. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
It is definitely.
It's just that
high
ending
up
gave
there,
me such chills. It was the same
where
experience.
nobody survives. It's
Yeah,
like,
well, it's just you get to see Vader being Vader, like full on
True,
Vader.
yeah.
That and did y'all watch Mandalorian?
I don't
Oh.
know about that. The
Yeah.
When
Yes.
Luke shows
the
up.
Vader
man.
from
From-
Obi-Wan. Now that was full on Vader.
Yeah, did you see the Obi
The,
Wan?
ba-
That-
the battle
Was
with
it? Was
Vader.
that after Rogue One though? Which one came out first?
well,
That was after Vader.
Continuity wise, Rogue One's
Rogue One
after
was
Obi-Wan.
I'm
but
talking about
Obi-
actual release.
release
Yeah, Obi-Wan was after.
Rogue One.
Yeah, so that's why you're right. But the Rogue One was the first time in live action
Oh, I get you.
that you really got to see Vader. Instead of him just moving slow, dude was being
Yeah.
Vader.
Yeah.
It was good. But the same feeling I had when you're watching Mandalorian, because up till then we really didn't know what time frame we were even in the whole galaxy there. And then
5 years after Return of the Jedi.
I wish they would have showed Luke being
well, we knew
Luke.
that now, but we did at the time. I don't think we had it
yeah,
identified.
yeah, we did.
In the first Mandalorian, I do wish they would have showed Luke being Luke, because I've seen that Luke through comic books, and he's almost as bad as Vader. I mean, he's almost just as ass kicking as Vader.
Yeah,
I guess
well,
I can say that here.
he did a pretty good job there, because he's just cutting. It's so funny because they couldn't fight. Remember, they had those big droids, and they couldn't. He couldn't fight one of them. They're trying to kill one of them, and then here he comes, and he's just slicing them
Yeah.
all down, no problem.
Yeah.
And even Grogu was knew what was up. You
Yeah.
know? Which I kind of wish they had just made it Baby Yoda. I think I liked Baby Yoda better than Grogu.
Oh my God, it just cringes me so much when I hear people say that.
Say Baby Yoda.
God, yes. I'm like, no.
Well, he is a Baby Yoda. He's
And
a
then
baby,
it's like, why do I even care?
He's a baby, whatever those things are, whatever the creature is. So
Baby, it's 50 years old.
yeah. So when y'all go to these conventions prior to the Ghostbuster thing, did y'all cosplay at all? Or did you go prior?
Mm.
So
Nope.
y'all got into the Ghostbuster thing, and that led you to go to the conventions.
Yeah, my first time suited up and out was Superhero Day, and that's why that became our charity. There was 2 guys from the Collier, I think they're Collierville division of Memphis Ghostbusters, Josh and his brother.
Oh yeah,
Josh
and the
Andrew,
mom.
I think, yeah, and their mom.
She
They were
usually
kind enough to let me
cosplays.
shadow them, and then Tupelo come around. I went, and people were talking about another Ghostbuster that was there, and I got put on the news for that one. I was interviewed on the news for that, and later on that day, somebody messaged me about, "Are you in a group? Have you ever thought about starting one? Is there anyone around that you know?" And that was Billy, of course. And I got to thinking about it a few months later, and close to December, our guy sat home, sketched out a patch, and called him up or texted him. So
And then we've been doing them
and it's been steamrolling. And
ever since.
Who got the car? Because it's always interesting to me how y'all can find those.
well, it's not the actual Ecto.
Well, I know it's not
So-
the one from the movie. I
Well,
just
it's
mean still, even that style body is hard to
we
find.
don't have that style. That's the thing about Dan Aykroyd said many a times that Ghostbusters are just basically trash men with a bunch of hi-fi equipment.
Mm-hmm.
We use what we've got around. And if you ever seen Billy's Pack, that's exactly what it is, because that pie tin is a pie tin. So we've got a kit. So Chris contacted me and wanted to be a part of us, and he was from, at the time, Iuka, somewhere around there. And he had one, and he was registered in Mississippi. Couldn't get a hold of the DeSoto guys, and so we invited him out, and he, you've got to be a part of us, you got to have your own equipment, and you've got to meet both of us, and we've got to see you interacting with everybody. And he kind of fit the mold. He interacted with people once he loosened up and got to talking. Had his own equipment. He was friendly. Everybody seemed to like him. They started calling him the
He's the Love Boat
Ghostbuster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris Jowers actually gifted
Man,
him that,
he looked
and
like
I
he was
love him
standing
for
on the
that.
Love Boat there, or working for it. Got the shorts on.
Oh, I was going to say, because there's a lot of references there that it could
Yeah, it was
be positive or
He
negative.
was wearing.
He was a khaki shirt and
khaki-
the khaki shorts.
And
Gotcha.
it was at
And
it was
boots.
at Superhero Day,
Yeah.
and Chris was there as the Joker, and they
Chris
were
Jowers.
at our corner, and I was over on the other side of the room, and Chris came up from behind me, and he said something about him. He's like, "Who's the Love Boat Ghostbuster?" I said, "You're so right." And he actually did get a name badge for it says Love Boat.
So his was a Dodge.
Journey, I think,
Journey.
is what it was.
So his went down, and we were getting ready to do some Christmas parades last year. So we just took that kit and put it on my car.
Gotcha.
So then we got magnets for the emblems and all that.
So what kind of car is it?
That's a Ford Taurus now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know how it all works, and I have seen other different vehicles, so it makes sense with the different units. We've had the DeSoto County guys on a couple of times.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
real nice fellas.
Yeah.
And we even helped because theirs went down, and they had about a year where they were really struggling to get that thing going.
There's a curse for ectos,
Hmm.
and it's a legit thing. And what's funny is Chris asked me about, he's like, "Do y'all ever have any trouble with car?" I'm like, "No, but we don't leave it on the car. We put it
Yeah,
on
we
for an
take it
event,
off.
and then we take it off when the event's over." I'm like, "So I think that may save us, but there is a curse for people who own ectos of any kind. They have trouble nonstop all the time. Something's going down on it. Something's breaking. Something."
That's interesting. There could be something to that.
Yeah.
Something in the Matrix.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
hmm.
we're y'all misunderstood. We're not paranormal investigators. We're paranormal instigators.
Yeah, it follows you around.
We're here to cause the hauntings.
So, and you don't have to detail this, you don't want, but when you're not Ghostbustering, like, what do you do?
Oh man, work. That's about it. We work.
Customer service.
Yeah, we. Well, have fun with that. I've been trying to dip my toes off a little bit more into the arts community in McNairy County. I was invited out by a really great artist. He's a director there and part of the arts board, Jonathan McDaniels, to watch the auditions for the all child's Willy Wonka that they're doing.
Cool.
And that was just awesome. Those kids, that show is going to be out this world. It was every one
What's
of those
the
kids
theater
I saw.
over there?
The Lotta. Oh, I forget what it's. The old building. It's an old TV.
Do you
building
guys
there.
live in Bolivar? Where do you-
Selmer? Or
you
well,
live-
we were in Mickey, but Selmer is McNair County.
Well, appreciate
yeah.
y'all coming. That was a little haul to come over here and see us then.
Yeah, about 2 hours. Ain't nothing.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that because, like, we don't think it's a big drive to Memphis, which is 45 minutes to an hour for us.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy that I had on last time is from Memphis, and he was like, yeah, it's kind of a haul out here.
Oh yeah, no,
'Cause
there's
for him,
there's
it's
people
45 minutes
there's
is too
people
long.
that live in Covington. I've invited to be on the podcast and wouldn't come, so we appreciate.
yeah.
Well,
the
of course,
driving the 2
a city
hours.
mile
We
is
have
much
nothing
different from a
going
country
on.
mile. You know?
Well, it's not a terrible drive, although I have been pulled over like 3 times on that drive because there's that straightaway. I forget between here and Bolivar. Eventually, you get I don't even know what road it is. That straightaway highway.
Yeah.
And I have this red car, and I'm always speeding in it, not intentionally. It's just so easy on that little straightaway.
Yeah.
And those guys ain't got nothing else to do. I don't think would pull us over. So I get stopped. It's stopped like 3 times on that road.
We live on a relatively the main road that goes by our road that cuts off of it it's a main road because it's highway 22 something like that, yeah, but it's a back road still, so we got the speeders, we got the drunk guys, yeah.
Have y'all had have you noticed just on the community side any increase in population or anything because of like the Blue Oval development?
We're too far after that.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, so they.
Like I say, we're a little
I
over
knew
2
you.
hours
I
out.
knew you were a minute out, but
Yeah.
they're like in the strategic plan they had. They were even like, and it may be that it just hasn't come yet. They were talking about how
You mean their strategy behind that?
allegedly. I actually saw the original plan, but you know how plans are. Anyway, it's supposed to be like they were looking at an hour to an hour and a half circumference around it of who was going to live where. And so they were talking about like the C-suite guys might live in Jackson, probably not Memphis. And then Tipton County was hoping to get some of like the middle management type folks to come in. And then they were talking about even all the McNary, Hardeman, like all the surrounding counties are supposed to maybe get some benefit from it. But we have seen I do criminal defense as a lawyer. And I have seen an increase in criminal defense clients, but some related to people here working, like driving offenses and stuff. We have seen an uptick in that. And then there has been growth in Tipton County, but Tipton County was already having some pretty good growth even prior to Blue Oval. So I don't know. I was just curious how the other communities were doing.
As far as I know, nothing. I think the last boost in jobs we had was used to be GE, but a plant come in and made they made a big fuss about it. Front paper news made a whopping 20 new jobs. Yeah, millions of dollars to make 20 new jobs.
Selmer's McNary.
Yeah,
Is it?
and McNary's McNary.
Well, I just think in the counties, McNary, is that where the Amish thing's at?
I think that's Lacey.
So I don't know. I want to say there's one on the. You would know better than me, because I want to say it was like going to Bolivar that you passed the Amish place.
Are you
There
talking about
are
Ada's
Amish.
on
There
45
are.
going to
Buchanan's.
Jackson?
Buchanan's.
Oh.
Buchanan? No, I haven't seen that. I don't know what that is.
I saw
Look up
one-
where that is.
Now we
Josh.
have Amish there in the country around Stantonville.
There's a
but
lot
it's
of
not a big,
communities around
It's
there.
not. Yeah, it's not that big of a.
I
Maybe
saw,
it's
population.
Hardeman. Well, my wife and I went. I took her as a surprise because she's into all that kind of
Yeah.
food and stuff.
Now I know Lexington has a.
It's called
big,
Buchanan's.
Big Amish presence there.
I think it's called Buchanan's. I'm just curious what town it's in.
There's one over here called Yoder's.
No. Put Buchanan's Amish thing and it'll pop up.
Buchanan's Amish.
I think that's right. People that watch this are going to say I'm an idiot, which is not inaccurate.
Buchanan County
At least they're
Amish.
watching.
Buchanan County, Iowa.
No. You just do like Buchanan Amish Store, Tennessee. And I may be completely wrong.
Buchanan, Tennessee is
Okay,
home to
no.
Amish
No.
community.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Type in Ada's. Ada's Bethel Springs, Tennessee.
Yeah, I don't think that's the one I went to. But I mean,
This
that's
is the
cool
one
if
that's
there's
famous for
another
the
one.
hoop cheese.
That's it. It's not Buchanan's. It's Blackerman's.
Oh,
that's it.
I don't know where that's at either.
That's the one. Is it Beckerman's? Yeah, Backerman's. That's the
yeah.
one I'm talking about. What's the address on that one? It's down there. Set
Whiteville.
64 Whiteville.
Whiteville, Tennessee.
Okay, yeah.
Whiteville.
No, that's-
I've never seen that.
Whiteville is Fayette.
Don't
Yes.
get me lying.
So that's why you don't. That's
Yeah.
Fayette County. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, because you guys McNairy butts right up by Hardeman, right?
Mhm.
And then you got like another county to your east, and then the river.
Hardin.
Is that right?
Hardeman and
Hardin.
Harden.
Hardeman and then Hardin.
Yeah.
And then
Chester
the river.
County on top of us.
Got you. And then south is the Mississippi line.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny to me how our district is set up because y'all are in our judicial district. So we occasionally go to court over there. We try not to because it is such a haul. But like the 25th Judicial District is Tipton, Lauderdale, Fayette, Hardeman, McNairy, and which one did I leave out?
Harden.
No, Hardin's not in
Dyer?
it. So that maybe that's it. No. Yeah, Tipton, Fayette, Lauderdale, McNairy, Hardeman counties is the 25th Judicial District. So it's the same DAs, the same circuit judges, the same PDs in that judicial, which makes no sense. And then Memphis is all by itself, and then Haywood, and what's the one north of Haywood? There's like 2 counties there that are a district, and then like Madison County. Anyway, it's just weird the way they break them up. You know, it doesn't seem to make sense population-wise and travel-wise, but it works. But I have been to McNairy County, and then I was a deputy for a long time here in Tipton. Mm-hmm. And when we would do 603s, the 603 was a mental evaluation. A lot of times we would have to drive them to Bolivar in the middle of the night and go to the scary, old-school, scary-looking building that they had. That's pretty scary. That'd be a good place for some Ghostbusters. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you guys off here in a second. I will ask you one more movie question though, since you're talking about the Ghostbusters and the stuff. What about horror movies? Do y'all watch those?
Oh, yeah.
Do you? Are you?
I'm the horror fan.
Okay, because
I'm too scared.
yeah, that's how I
I've got a
am.
vivid
I get
imagination.
scared watching them.
Yeah.
I don't like to watch them that
Jason's
much.
definitely my favorite, not this one.
Aw,
So you like the
shucks.
old school horror movies, or do you like the new school stuff?
I do love the old ones. I love watching them now more than anything because of the special effects.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're more entertaining to me because you're like, man, that's all they did to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
Oh, I used to love
I
that
love
movie
some of the
Magic
new
Show.
ones.
Oh.
I love the ones that really mess with your head. Those are my favorite.
So you like Jason more than the other traditional,
Yes.
like Freddy Krueger?
Yeah,
Or
Freddy is he's close. Like Jason and
Freddy
Freddy
would have to be
tie
my
pretty
favorite.
much for me.
Freddy's so
Freddy
funny.
would probably be my favorite just because
He's
I
so
grew up as a kid
hilarious.
watching those VHS tapes.
Mm-hmm.
But like the last horror movie I went to the theaters to watch, I literally closed my eyes in it. It was so. I saw the Ring, and there were some parts in it that are freaky, and I just don't need to see that stuff. You know.
I think the last
Grudge.
one.
Oh,
Yeah, that one
little,
too.
That little click in it.
Yeah, that
The
was
last
bad
one
too.
I
Man,
seen
oh.
that had me stunned was Insidious, the first one. I was like, we didn't have, you couldn't pause the TV back in the day, you know. So I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I was like, I can't leave. It's so good. What's about to happen? I can't believe this. Like, that was the last one that had me.
I think they've done really well with the noises. You know, those, like you're talking about, those noises adding suspense and stuff to it.
I love when they use classical old music.
Music makes the difference. Yeah.
They will ruin a song so quick for you. Every time you hear it, you're like, yep, that's when that person was getting slaughtered. You know?
You know, I think one of the best horror movies that today doesn't get enough respect that's a legit scary movie is the original Shining. The Shining with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
That was a freaky movie. If you watch the whole thing, it's freaky.
The original It did it in for me and clowns. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tim
and
Curry's
I think it
We
was
all
better
flipped
than the
Georgie.
remake.
Yeah.
I think
He was definitely a better It character, but I think they just kind of went a different direction in how the character was supposed to be. Maybe
I like
the
It better.
visual. I like the visual effects they can do now, and I actually kind of like the new Pennywise. That guy, you know, not just to mimic him, but yeah, he was. I don't know. He seemed more clownish at this point. He seemed like everything was more of the joke than Tim Curry. Tim Curry he had that creepy air about him just being in the room, you know, or at least, you know, again, overactive
Well,
imagination don't like horror movies that
Speaking
way.
of Tim
I
Curry
might be a
being
little
creepy,
tainted on those things I remember.
every year at our local theater here, the Ruffin, right over here on the square, we do the Rocky Horror Picture Show play.
Oh, we've done that.
And
Yeah, we were in that show.
myself and my law partner, he plays Frankenfurter, and I play Rocky. And we've done it. This will be the 6th year we've done it. So if y'all are around the last weekend of October and first weekend of November, it's a full experience. It is an adult show. It's 18 plus.
How'd you do? Let me see you.
It is an
My
adult.
faithful hand in man.
We actually did in Corinth. They did that one year, and we were in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we were Phantoms.
We were Phantoms.
Cool.
So we did the whole. It was. I've never done anything like that.
I was going to say, y'all want to be Phantoms again because we need some.
Well, I mean, I'm like, it's
If
all
it
youth
wasn't such a
participation.
haul, yeah.
I'm going to be singing and dancing anyway, and I got to wear sunglasses, so you almost could like hide.
Well, my wife's the director. She directed it last year and this year. And our deal was me and Brian weren't going to do it again unless they could talk her into doing it because we thought she would say no. And then she said yes. So
It was the most fun I'd ever
It's a
had.
ton of- it's so much fun. The
I
show's
had
very
the
fun.
best
Yes.
time doing it. Didn't even care. We did a midnight show too.
So we're going to do a
yeah.
midnight show on Halloween. It falls on one of the days, and we're going to do an actual
I
midnight
know we
show.
can't do Halloween because
Oh yeah, we'll
they're
be in Selmer for
on
Halloween,
Halloween.
during their
They're
block
really
party.
trying to
At their
get the
Cool.
block party on
That's good,
Halloween
though.
night. So
Yeah.
we'll be tied up then. But
That's
still,
good.
you said the first weekend in November.
Yeah, it's like
didn't you?
the first weekend of October, and then the first week, that next weekend, whatever those last 2 weekends are, is when we're doing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Friday, Saturday nights, I think is right. But every year we say that, and then it does well enough, they add a show or something to it. I
Yeah.
don't know. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it is worth seeing. We've had a lot of people that are big Rocky Horror fans.
yeah.
One of the good things is all the leads, well, they're lead Phantoms too, are really good at audience
Yeah.
callbacks.
Yeah.
that makes a difference.
We know the script forward and backwards and all the parts, and we know where the calls are, and we know how to play the crowd, and it's a big crowd interaction.
We had people in costumes that were better than what was on stage.
Yeah,
we had a little nail down there that looked like a little nail.
Yeah,
the top
literally
hat,
looked
all
like
that.
her.
Yeah, it looked the hair. Man.
Yeah, we have those too. We had one year, the second year I did it, there was a shadow cast that showed up. It's kind of out of Memphis, and these are people that literally go to the showings and they know literally every line they have
Plants,
a callback,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The problem was a lot of the other people weren't as like cult classic followers and didn't really get it, and I think they were distracted by these folks that were just
trying to
having
figure
fun.
out, is this part of it?
Yeah,
Is
and
this
then it
okay?
got a little distracting because these people were loud. It was a bunch of them, and that's the only time but otherwise it's typically their standard callbacks. We even give them on the playbill. It's got some of the callbacks, and then they can buy a Virgin bag that's got the newspaper and the card and all the stuff, so that you can enjoy it with us. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. You talking about Tim Curry?
I found out that way that a lady in the office, what a way to find out. She was actually at the premiere of the original movie.
Really?
Yeah, her dad, they were from California. Her dad was working as a security guard in the theater. And as a little girl, he snuck her in to go watch it because she
That's a cool dad.
Well, that's I was gonna say that
Yeah.
people might have different opinions on that, depending on the
Well,
age. We
it was
initially
like, what,
did it
60s, 70s?
the
Yeah.
first couple of years. There was no age limit, so people
Well, I
could
got
bring
into
it
it
in.
at 7. I was shown it at
I
7
think
by
it's
my
up
brother.
to the parent,
Yeah.
But the problem
Dad didn't
developed
know we were watching
that
it. My brother rented that movie.
locally there were some people that didn't really realize what it was about.
Oh, yeah.
And so we just finally decided, look, it's 18 up, 18 up to
Yeah.
be in it, 18 up to come see it.
Yeah.
And then that way we can just go and have fun, because we've had not intentional costume errors, but I mean, like, I literally run around in gold Speedos, like that's what my outfit is, you know. And I run into the audience and I play on the audience, so like usually men, because I don't want to make it weird with the women, but the guys, it's always I try to pick the guy that I know it's going to be the most awkward, where he's like doesn't know what to do because I'm grinding on him or whatever, and then he's like, this guy probably beat me up. What do I do? Like, they don't know what to do. But occasionally, I get them grabbing me.
Oh,
like,
there
I
you
had
go.
one year, I had a dude grab me and wouldn't let go as I'm trying to get him off of me, this guy. And he was pulling so hard, my mic thing was taped down through my pants, and it pulled it all off, and it was hanging out of my pants. So I'm running through the aisle with my mic pack hanging out of my hanging out on my legs. And then I was trying to sing. I'm singing.
Frankenfurter's up there. I'll get it.
Yeah. I'm
I'll fix
singing
that.
and trying to pull the thing back up. It was interesting. But, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of fun when we do it. Y'all should come see us.
All right.
So one more time, tell everybody where they can get information on the 731 Ghostbusters.
You can find us primarily on Facebook. We are kind of a new group, so we are growing our digital footprint. And TikTok, that's really popular. We've got a.
Is it all 731 Ghostbusters?
It is.
Yes.
That's what you're going there?
If you see it spelled out 731, that is me. That's the page for me to interact with other Ghostbuster groups. But
And
catch us on the
TikTok
73.
and Instagram have our patch as
Yeah, you'll see.
And it's
all
the
of them have
number
patch.
731
Yes.
Ghostbusters. Okay, cool.
It's the area code for McNairy County and Ghostbusters.
Nice. Well, you know, we got the Covington Comic-Con October 4th. I don't know if y'all have been or no.
We don't do that one because that's a DeSoto one.
Yeah, well, I was going to say you're still...
I had mentioned to him about as long as Corey's cool with it, I was thinking it'd be cool to have 2 Ghostbuster groups.
Yeah, we've talked about it before.
I don't think they would care. Corey and them are super cool.
Yeah,
Well,
we've talked to
Oh,
them
yeah.
about it before, and
What
we're
I was
all
gonna do
game.
is just put up a big fight ring and have y'all battle it out, and whichever Ghostbuster wins is the one that gets to claim.
They have a Stay Puft too. They have a Stay Puft too.
Yeah, man, that one. Clark's our youngest member. He's from Oxford, and he really wanted to be in it, and we couldn't get a hold of the DeSoto guys because he's much closer to them than he is us. So we reached out for like 6 months, couldn't get a hold of him. So we adopted him into us because I was like, man, I really want this kid. Not kid, he's an adult. Sorry, Clark. But we finally got a hold of him, and he moonlights with them. He was in that puff suit one day. They showed up at Beyond Con. We had the Ecto out there, and then their Ecto pulled in behind us, and people thought we were going to rumble. I mean, I saw people coming out snapping and everything. He's almost as tall as that suit as they set it together because it can stand up on its own. Now, saying it can stand up on its own, it's made out of pure foam. Imagine how hot
that thing is.
Yeah. So Clark come out of that suit and looked about this thin that day.
Yeah,
He
it
had
was
sweated
one
that
of the
much.
one of the wives was in it the last time, and I remember
Corey's-
it was
Corey's.
air conditioned in the
It is?
facility, the convention.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was
And
about to say.
she's still like just drenched in sweat coming out of it.
Oh, her,
Mine
you'll
had the
see
fan
it
in it,
start.
and it still-
You'll
yeah.
start seeing it drip from her out from underneath the hood, and hers is an inflatable.
I could imagine. I'm in the Batman outfit is just spandex, and I get to sweating.
Yeah.
And it does have a rubber mask, and that thing's terrible because it's very sweaty. But
Yeah, the
gotta be committed.
The
Gotta be
jumpsuit, I'm sweating
committed,
through it
yes.
all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sweating through what two shirts and the jumpsuit.
yeah, Corey and them when they come, a lot of times because their car's outside, they hang out outside. And now we've been doing it in August.
Yeah.
This is in October, so hopefully it won't be quite as hot. But they'd be out there in the August heat, and they're just hanging out,
Yeah.
sweating. Them and the Jurassic Park dudes. There's these Jurassic Park dudes that pull up in this Jeep, and they're at least in shorts though. They
Yeah.
get to kind of hang out in shorts.
The last two conventions it got so hot, and the last one we did was Mississippi, in Jackson, Mississippi. So we've been running Jackson, Tennessee to Jackson, Mississippi now. I had to come out the top of that thing. I had a sleeveless on. Matter of fact, the photo with the baby car, it's got me sitting. There's one that's got me sitting with it out, tied around me, and I'm soaked in sweat inside of that thing, and we're inside the building, sitting on the cooler with a beer.
Yeah, Mississippi Comic Con's always hot.
It was
It's always hot every year that way.
Yeah.
I went to this. Well, Josh and I. You were with me, San Diego Comic Con. Yeah. We went to the San Diego Comic Con a couple of years ago, and we didn't get in to get the tickets. But what we did know is it's such a big event that like literally the entire downtown is a convention. So there's stuff to do even if you don't get in the convention hall. And I was sweating so bad, it was like pouring. And my character is like an arrogant but clearly budget Batman, but I always act arrogant, like you're lucky to be around me.
Yeah.
And so I was going up to all these people that were serious cosplayers, taking their pictures, and I would butt in the middle of them and be like, budget, and then I'd be slinging sweat on them as I do my budget Batman
I think there
pose.
was a couple that he made angry.
Oh yeah, they were offended. If I hadn't been bigger than them, they would probably have smashed budget Batman. But then I met a guy. My favorite was I met a guy who's dressed as Black Man. It was a black guy in his big front, and I was like, "Black Man!" He goes, "Batman, Black Man!" And then Josh did a video of us joining hands like Predator
Oh
style.
man, if only there was a man bat.
The hottest I've ever been. Last year, I promoted. What is it? What's the other one? Mid-South or Mid-Con here?
Mid-South MegaCon. There's Mid-South Con. Memphis Comic and Fantasy.
The one that wasn't in Olive Branch. The one that's here. Here in Memphis.
That's the Mid-South Con.
Okay,
probably.
that one.
Or Memphis
so
Comic.
they're doing it again. So if anybody's interested in getting some free tickets, y'all can go help them promote at the Cooper Young Festival. That's what I was doing last year, and still didn't get to use the tickets. But I created a Weird Al cosplay last year, and I wasn't about to haul around that 45-pound proton pack, walking up and down the streets for hours, handing out little flyers. So I went in that, and it has a wig, and I don't wear wigs that much. So
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not, I don't. Now there has been a time. So I'm not used to the heat with my head covered besides a open air baseball cap or something. That was hot. I was melting. I mean, I was in the tie-dye shirt, had the accordion and all that, and I'm looking behind me and I'm seeing the tie-dye melt, and there's a trail. You can see wherever I went. That was hot.
Yeah,
Then it had the nerve to rain just a little and got hotter.
If you're a normal sized person and not like some skinny pimp, even skinny pimps can sweat, but you can get hot, especially nowadays. Our office is hot. That's why you hear he keeps turning that on and off because it messes with the audio. But it gets so hot in here, you got to run something. Well, hopefully y'all don't get hot at whatever the next one is. But I do appreciate what you do. I appreciate you going and trying to raise money for the kids. The Carl Perkins Center is a great cause.
It is.
When's the next appearance you know you're going to be at?
We've got September 6th in in Eastview, Tennessee at Love's for their Le Bonheur drive that they do. We did sliming last year, and they enjoyed us enough. They invited us back out. And then we've got West Tennessee Con the 4th.
Yeah, I'll be at that.
13th and 14th.
13th and 14th in Jackson.
Y'all have to
Tennessee.
let me know. I told Josh, I always go to the Memphis Comic Expo because I'm a huge comic book nerd and still collect them and everything. And it's the same weekend. But I told him that if he gets there and they have better comic book options, let me know, and I may have to do one day and one the next day.
You might want to come anyway because they did one day last year. It was a Saturday.
It was massive.
That
last
was the
year.
biggest convention that happened in West Tennessee. and North Mississippi.
Austin puts on a hell of a convention.
Is he doing
We
2
were
days
up-
this time?
Yes.
Yeah, we were up front in the window, posted in the window. Of course, somebody's got to play around.
I
all
had
day.
the most fun with that window
that
because the
line
line was right there, so
from-
I would mess with those people as well as the people in here.
That line from 9, 10 o'clock
It
was
was
wrapped around the
3
building, and it
hours.
didn't stop until 2. It didn't stop
It
being
was-
wrapped around until about 2 or 3
It was
o'clock
also
in the
one of
afternoon.
my most viewed cosplay videos was that one because
Oh, yeah.
Oh
sheer
my god,
turnout,
They said it was the biggest.
cosplay
It was the biggest
contest
ticket,
that
the
they always
door
have
draw
at these.
of any
There
of the
were over
conventions around.
100 entries for this cosplay contest. They had to call in extra judges just to handle it.
I just wonder though how that's going to work with the with the traditionally big convention and that one the same weekend.
Well, so here's my thoughts on that.
Is the one in Memphis
West
that big?
Tennessee, yeah, West Tennessee is ran by Austin. That's where my loyalties lie. So that is where I will be. And that's
yeah,
the
I'm
one
just
I'll be
saying. I'm
promoting.
just saying that.
Yeah,
I get it.
he is the one that kind of gave us.
I'm just saying, business wise,
well,
I don't know.
7-3 did kind of start there at Corinth.
Yeah, even if it was one weekend off, might
I
have been
also am
wiser.
pretty sure that West Tennessee scheduled their dates first. So I'll just throw that out there into the ether without.
Well,
saying too
again,
much.
is the Memphis Comic Expo multiple days?
Yes.
Is it going to take you more than a day to see
Oh,
the
no,
comic
no,
books
no,
there?
no,
well,
no,
there
I
you
can
go.
One day.
Get it
That's
there,
why I'm thinking
go get
about
it
doing both of
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And some people will be there at least.
Yeah. No, I want to support all of
We'll
them.
put a
Just
pack
like
on you
we,
and get a
we
picture.
have we would be much bigger if we had a venue. The problem in this area, there's just no venue. And the school system won't let me use a gym. So we have this. It's really small, honestly, convention center thing they do over here. That's just the Civic Center, they call it. And it's nice that we can use it, but it's got steps. It's not really conducive
So
to our
converted church is
Yeah.
what it is.
Oh,
yeah.
we're talking about Covenant.
Covenant Comic-Con.
Okay, yeah.
But
I've been to
every
that one
year, the first 2 years, we could have tripled in size.
Yeah.
But we
I
just
did
didn't have
a video
place.
in that elevator.
Yeah, there's an elevator there. Yeah.
Yeah, I did the
So,
Ghostbuster video in that.
We wish we could expand, but I mean, we did name it Covington Comic Con, and unless we
Yeah.
build some big giant venue, we're kind of stuck where we are.
Or y'all could do it outside of the fairgrounds.
Yeah, then it's wet weather. It depends on how the weather is.
True,
if you do
true.
it outside, and then that also kind of changes who will come and how you're going to control entry. There's just a lot of issues on getting it. But this is our fifth year.
There's not a big Selmer has it. It's like cattle sales go on
Ag
there.
center.
Yeah, like just
Not
a
really.
center there
Nothing
at the
that's
fairgrounds.
bigger. Nothing
big?
really that's
Okay.
bigger than what we have. We really need a gym. A gym would be bigger.
Now Haywood was in the National Guard Army this year. What about that?
The armory that we have here is not bigger than this place. Yeah,
okay.
we really need. Now that I say
Actually,
that, the
our-
new National Guard Army does have. It may actually have a bigger gym.
Our Civic Center that we use is actually bigger than where Haywood was this year. Like
It's not a small
It was
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have like three. It's like we do like this snake thing where it's like 3 lanes to go down double lane for the booths. It's all in the same room, and then sometimes they spill into the hall. We'll try to set somebody up. It's just for us to grow. There's nowhere to grow. We're as big as we can get.
And we have to turn away vendors every year because we don't have space for
And if you
everybody.
can't
that
get
Opryland syndrome.
bigger,
Yeah.
if you don't get
Yeah.
bigger, where you can have more vendors and hopefully more revenue to try to justify getting bigger guests.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But I mean, it's become a local thing. The community, the businesses around here do discounts. They'll dress up. It's become its own little thing. So we're fine continuing to do it. We're just a little frustrated because we like to grow and we just can't. But it's October 4th this year. So if anybody's watching, please plan to come. And you can dress up. I'm sure Budget Batman will be there. Maybe Refund Robin.
Yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, it's nice for you guys, Jason and Lacey, right? Nice for y'all to be here with us. And
Thank you for having
hopefully
us.
people will check y'all out, 731 Ghostbusters.
We hope so. We are kind of funny, so we do.
Yeah. Well, people like that. It's good. It's good to support.
Well, at least we think we're funny.
Yeah.
But you got to check us out first.
That's
Let us
all
know.
that matters.
That's what we have to tell everybody is you take pictures and videos with us. Please share it to our Facebook group because we're great at taking pictures. Seeing how goofy we are in them, not so much. So we have to rely on them to tell us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you guys, too, for watching us today. And as always, make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the content. And just like they were saying there on TikTok and social media, you can check us out. Everything's Kickin' Lawyer. And give us a follow or share it, especially on YouTube. For some reason, nobody likes me on YouTube. They like us on TikTok, just not on YouTube. And then if you haven't, make sure you follow also Michelle Allen. She's your go-to if you're going to buy, sell, rent, lease real estate. She's also a great community leader, supports all the stuff, knows things that are going on. If you need help with any of that, she'd be glad to help you. And then if you want to learn to kick, punch, jump, flip, get some confidence, visit masonsmartialarts.com. We've been open since '93, creating champions and black belts. 2 locations, one in Millington, one in Covington. And then Jam Books and Records is located on the square in Covington. We open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. New books, records, and signed memorabilia. And if you want to optimize your health, visit holistichealthhormones.com. Dr. Laura and Madeline will be glad to help you out to optimize your health. And then last but not least, if you need help with social media marketing, branding, etc., visit masonitemarketing.com. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. We'll see you next time, and keep kicking. Thanks for watching, guys. Just remember that this is not legal advice or investment advice or business advice. This is for fun and entertainment purposes only.